Hey everybody, we've got Bobby Hauck, Samori Toure, career high receiving, 188 I believe, and Dalton Sneed, career high total offense. We'll start with Coach Hauck. Your initial thoughts after a big come from behind.
Well, obviously that's a great win for us. Idaho State's got a good football team. They're well coached. They were ready to play. They came in and punched us and had us down big early on. So a lot of credit to them, and then a lot of credit to our guys too, because we don't have a bunch of give in us, and you know, they should be proud of their guys for how they came into this game and went toe to toe. And then our guys, I'm proud of because of our resilience and our ability to fix things when they aren't going well and go out and get the win. And so I'm proud of our team, and I'm glad on this great homecoming weekend we got the W.
Questions?
Bobby, in the first quarter, Bobby, they were making so much money on that slant offensively, but then you guys seem to take it
I'm
away.
not familiar with the verbiage, making so much money.
What's that? When Mikey Dean has the long play on the slant, it seemed like you guys really took the slant away. How important is that?
Well, we weren't playing it particularly well. Their RPO game hurt us early. We allowed them to run the ball way too effectively in the first quarter and the first part of the second quarter. They were complete passes at a high rate. I mean, we did not play well on defense in that first quarter, and you know, part of that's us, part of that's them. I don't want to take credit away from them. They were doing some great things.
Offensively, you guys seem like you really took advantage of your mismatches on the perimeter from the second quarter on. How important was that?
Yeah, I think we had a gauge on it. Our problem in the first quarter was we didn't have enough plays. You know, we had a couple first downs, and then we ended up punting it on fourth and very short 3 times. Didn't think it was the right call to go for it. Hindsight, maybe I would have, because we didn't stop them anyway. But, you know, we didn't have enough plays to really get a feel for it. And as we got more comfortable, you know, I'd say this about Dalton. His stat line's pretty fantastic. But in his practice this week was pretty fantastic as well. But he's such a competitive guy. I think he was awfully juiced up, wanted to be perfect during the game, and we missed some things in the first quarter that after that he was money, and you know, it was just a great game by him.
Dalton, you talked about learning how to slide last week, and you slid a couple times, but not at the goal line there. Walk us through that play.
Yeah. No, I'm not sliding at the goal line. When I have an opportunity to get in there, that's I'm going to do it at all costs. Just found a way to get in.
When you often start getting to a rhythm, like what changed? What did you see from your position?
I think we just started flowing on offense. You know, once we hit our rhythm and are able to start going fast, that's when things click for us. And we were just I was able to start taking the easy throws and getting the balls to our playmakers, and they were able to do the rest.
59-3 is the closeout. Like, what does that feel like when you're on the sidelines and it's kind of rolling like that?
It's very. It feels really good, just to answer your question like that, because I mean that's not with us just being able to execute. That comes from back in January when we wanted to emphasize, you know, finishing and never backing down. You know, we get backed into the wall early, 17-0, we're going to come out swinging, and that's what Coach Hauck has emphasized since January. So it's good to see that pay off and us really initiate that on the field.
You're down 17-0. The next 3 drives were dominant. So what was your mindset going in? How are you guys able to punch them all in?
I was just telling the guys, hey, nothing new. You know, we know what we can do on the offense. We're stopping ourselves here, just like Coach said. You know, there's plays where we weren't able to execute on third down and put our defense back on the field. So we just had to do our thing and take what they were giving us, because they were doing a good job of trying to keep everything in front and skating coverage. So just had to take what they give us and chip away, and that's what we were able to do.
Samori, second quarter on, you guys seem to really be able to take advantage of one-on-ones on the outside. What were you seeing? How were you guys able to capitalize on those mismatches?
Well, we just have a really great offense in general, and just when everybody does our job, I don't think there's too many people who can stop us except ourselves. So, you know, we just had to trust in the system and just keep on going, keep on staying persistent, keep on doing our jobs, and ultimately we found success.
Samori, when you and Sammy both got rolling, did they switch up coverages on you a lot, or were you seeing more of the same stuff?
No, we were seeing more of the same stuff. They didn't have too many adjustments to make.
Robbie, you had the hit on the sack, and that seemed to really rattle Matt Struck. How much do you think that impacted just your guys' ability to keep rolling a little bit?
Well, just in general, like if you're able to get to the quarterback, it's definitely a positive for the defense. I actually got to him early in the first quarter, and then I was able to get to him again. And I think when you get hit by someone you're not used to seeing come, he started eyeballing me a little bit. So I think that helped the defense out a lot. And, yeah, just rattling quarterback's big from a defensive perspective.
With tackling in the first quarter wasn't great, but then you got shorted up. Was it a discussion or was this a matter of getting locked in?
It's just finding our groove. Something we say is never get too high, never get too low. Just keep chopping wood. And we were able to settle in and find our groove and just do what we do on defense and as a team in general. And it was it positively for us.
Robbie, how big is it to get this win and going into the bye week and then you heal up a little bit?
Yeah, it's huge. Obviously, we weren't able to do that last year going into our bye week. So this year and going forward, it's definitely big. It's more of a positive mindset and attitude into the bye week, and yeah, it's huge getting healthy and all that.
Specifically, the stuff underneath that Idaho State was getting early. What did you guys do to take that away?
It's like Coach said. They were hitting us on RPO. We had a couple of adjustments in our coverages and all that, but really just watching the quarterback. He liked to eyeball his throws a little bit, and then just rally the ball and tackle.
Robbie, was there a moment when you sort of sensed that you were getting him out of his early rhythm?
I wouldn't say an exact moment, but once we started getting going offensively, and then the defense started to click, it's just big when you can get them off the field, and then your offense is going to perform at a high level.
Dalton, you took that shot early down the field this morning and did overthrew just a little bit, but you went back to that play multiple times after that. So that's something you guys practice all week, and how are you guys able to execute after that first try?
Yeah, we have a few different shot plays that we like to hit, and I told him as soon as he came off the sideline, said, "Man, I owe you one. I missed you." And but we knew just that with Samori's ability that he's a terrific receiver and has good speed. So I trust him running by defensive backs, and that's what he did. I mean, when they want to come up and get in his face, I'm going to tell them, "Hey, just go do your thing, go run by him," and that's what he did today. He made phenomenal plays on 2 deep balls, was able to keep his feet in bounds. So that's just him doing his thing.
When you're lining up under center, do you ever look at the receivers and be like, pinch yourself because all the talent and the makeup around you guys that you can get down as far as you want, but you've got the makeup and the talent to kind of come back?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, I'm extremely blessed to play in the offense with the guys that I do. Because you saw what they did today. They're turning 5-yard hitches into 50-yard gains and whatnot. And that goes for every game. You throw a swing route to your running back, and he's making everybody miss. So it's just a matter of, that's the beauty of our offense. It's you get the ball in the playmakers' hands and let them do the rest, because that's what we have on all around.
Coach ran into 12 probably of your former players, so having a bunch of guys back to watch you guys win like this, what's that like for you?
Yeah, I think there's probably a little over 100 of them
Sweet.
here, and there's guys from my generation as well, and some guys from the 90s. So it was fun seeing everybody. I think they all appeared to be having a good time, and I asked, and it didn't sound like anybody had too good a time because they all made the game today, and paid their bail, and ready to go. It's great to see everybody. We had a lot of fun, and it's a great bunch of guys. I'm ecstatic that those guys they feel tied to the program still, and that was just fun seeing.
How do you assess how your team's playing heading into the bye week at 5-1?
Well, that's how you assess it. I think, Frank, you assess it by the record. And that's how they put them in front of you, and you either beat them or you don't. And so we're happy to be where we are right now, and there's always room to improve. The perfect game has not been played yet. We're still trying to get it done, and we're going to try here in 2 weeks.
Coach, how big was the crowd early on when you guys got behind? You still didn't, they were pounding you.
Yeah, our folks are here for the long haul. They're great. They're fun every week, and I think we enjoy them, and I think the feeling's mutual. I think they enjoy us.
Couple more? That's it? Thanks, everybody.
Yes.
Go Grizz.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Rob, what changed? What was the biggest thing that changed after you guys took that lead?
Penalties. Can't give up free yards, and we did something that's relatively uncharacteristic of our style of play all year. And you give up the penalties, it gives them hope and a chance, and gives them 15 yards at a time, and that's I'll have to look at it more, but that's one thing that kind of stood out in that second quarter. We started giving up 15-yarders.
Yeah, that is something that you guys have been really good with this year. Was it anything different about today, or just some stuff that happened?
Well, no, I just think kids are playing hard and just get caught up in the moment. We stress this environment here, and it can be very frustrating if things stop, are not going your way or stop going your way, and one thing compounds the other. We addressed it all week, and the kids, we'll take a look at it and see where we can be better.
In the first quarter, you guys were getting whatever you wanted out of the slot. Did they make an adjustment to take away Mikey Dean, or what?
No. I think you saw some of Matt's throws were a little bit all over the place, but I think Mike Fair had a really good, solid game plan coming into this, and we probably awoke the sleeping giant. If I doubt if they were overlooking us, but if they were kind of trying to get their feet, we certainly woke them up, and they responded.
Robby Hauck had that sack on the safety blitz, and I don't think Struck completed a pass until the third quarter. After that, do you think that affected him at all?
No, it was a matter of our tight end. We were in gap protection, and the tight end went too far down in his gap. He could have, when he protected, Robby was man on the tight end and added to the add to the rush, and the tight end missed him. So I don't think that did. It's just Matt Struck's first time in an environment such as this. It's a louder, more raucous environment than even Utah. So like I said, it's just a matter of us overcoming adversity. We got to be better at that.
What did you think of Dalton Sneed after getting to see him live?
Oh, he played well. He stand back there and throwing and hitching it around, and he's a good player.
How tough was that matchup on the outside for you guys, number 18 and number 8?
Those two are, we like to think our number 20 and number 2 and number 80 are close to those guys. But that's the first time. Well, I guess Akim was with the team 3 years ago as a freshman. But he's a big guy. He's a big, good-looking receiver. They do a good job with him.
Just the experience of being back here this week. What was today like for you?
It was more of a you got to remain focused, and there's a lot of people want to say hi and all that stuff, and you gotta block a lot of that out, and then but it was good to see a lot of people that I consider friends, and but still I'm an Idaho State Bengal, and 64 guys that are here and 100 guys back totally back in Pocatello. That's who we are, and that's who's my number one priority.
Just the ebbs and flows of this league. I mean, last week you guys were up 41-10 at halftime, and this week the second half gets away from you. How important is it to refocus to kind of get back to it?
We got to get back to Pocatello, take the bus right back, and hopefully be there by 10:30, 11, and tomorrow morning get going on the North Dakota Fighting Hawks.
You've been around some Montana teams that won conference championships. How close do you think this Montana team is to getting to that level?
Probably right there. Yeah, it's solid on all three phases. It's scary to punt the ball to McGee, and it's scary to kick it off to Flowers, and dangerous on both sides of the ball.
Anything else, Coach? Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.